What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the psych ward. Today's video is not what I was originally intending it to be. This is my Wednesday video, and I kept promising that all of my Sunday and Wednesday videos were going to be my Month of Natasha Denona videos. I have to kind of postpone the upload, actually the filming and the upload of my next Month of Natasha Denona video. I will explain in that video why that is. This video is going to be kind of like a speed first impressions for this lovely Pat McGrath palette. This is the Mothership Bijoux Brilliance Jeweled Temptation palette. This is part of the Bijoux Brilliance holiday collection from Pat McGrath. I'm just going to talk briefly about this product and the look that I just did with it, and kind of touch base with you guys in the meantime while I am, I don't know, unable to get up another Natasha Denona video. It's probably going to go up Thursday. This is going up on Wednesday. Just trying to get my regularly scheduled stuff out. But tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be the Natasha Denona video. It is what it is. It's not what I wanted, but that's all I can really do right now. I shaved my head, as you can see. I did this because, well, first of all, I'm planning on doing some looks that I feel will be better with my head shaved, and also I am going to be doing Sweet Tooth, or being Sweet Tooth, for Halloween, so I need to have a shaved head for that. I may even shave the hair even shorter for Halloween day. I don't really know though, because like Sweet Tooth's hair is definitely shorter than this, but is it necessary? I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna sip on my Frappuccino. It's actually a Mick Frappe, because I had a little bit of a craving for some McDonald's, and my husband was over there, so I ordered it online and he picked it up. Okay, so let's talk about this palette. I'm doing basically the same thing that I did when I talked about the Quint that I bought, Lunar Nightshade, right? Where I already have the makeup on, and I just kind of want to discuss the palette as a whole. First off, packaging. I actually really love this. I think that this shape is really nice. I love the it's like a weighted packaging. The mirror is nice and heavy. There is a mirror in here. I haven't taken the cover off of it yet. I don't know, I like have handheld mirrors that I usually use, so I don't take the cover off of every palette mirror that I get. I don't know, that's just a me thing. A lot of people said that they don't really love the bow. I don't really care, like whatever. I don't care that much about the cover art on these palettes. It is what it is. It's just a silly printed picture. But it's, you know, it's cute enough. I'm not mad about it. Then when it comes to the color story, this is kind of the more like deep color story, kind of like meant more for people with deeper skin. So let's talk about the blushes first. This one is a repeat shade. I actually already own this one. It's in, I think it was in one of their holiday face palettes from last year. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's in one of the holiday face palettes from last year. So it's called Paradise Venus. The other palette that's this size also has a repeat shade, you know, a pre-existing shade, but that one I also have, but it was in the one of the Bridgerton palettes. This one though, this is a new shade. It's called Desert Amber, and that is what I'm wearing today. I will say, even though this is supposed to kind of be more of a palette for people with deeper skin, or at least that's what people are kind of saying, I don't know how much impact this blush will have on someone with deeper skin. It doesn't even have a ton of impact on me. Like, you can see it, but it's not like, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I have prominent blush on, like it's kind of neutrally. I think it's supposed to be more of like a corally. Is there a description on here? No, Why would there be a description on here? It's supposed to be kind of like a corally kind of a blush, I think. Right? It looks corally in the pan, right? And yeah, I can see it, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not a very super pigmented blush. Then when it comes to the color story for the 9-pan situation that it has going on here, a lot of people are annoyed that instead of releasing one big, what were the other ones, 12-pan palettes, the ones from the previous years, the holiday palettes from the previous years, she released 2 9-pan palettes that also have these 2 blushes, and they're kind of expensive, right? Like, you don't really get as much bang for your buck, especially if you like don't really care about the blushes or you already have them. Like I said, I bought both of these palettes, but they both have a shade in them that I already had. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel honestly about the price point on these, being that these are a little bit cheaper individually than the bigger palettes that were released before, but like, is it worth it? Like, is it enough bang for your buck? It's only 9 eyeshadows. I don't know, because I think the big ones were 80 or 80, 82, 85. I don't know. They were around $80, maybe a little bit more. I got mine, the one from last year, at Marshall's for like $35, which is more than 50% off, which is amazing. And honestly, I feel like I could have waited to buy these ones as well. Even if I didn't find them at Marshall's, I'm sure these will go on sale on Sephora and on Pat's website, because they, you know, the ones from last year, all the stuff from last year went on sale on Sephora, and then it was half off on Pat's website. So did I need to buy this for, I didn't buy it at full price. There was like a 10% off code if you bought it like right when it released. So I did get like 10% off, but that's like nothing. That's like, I don't know. So I probably could have and should have waited to buy the whole thing, but I don't know. I don't want to ramble forever about price points. Let's talk a little bit about the eyeshadows and the quality. Oh, I guess one more thing that I will say about this blush, even though it's not crazy pigmented, it did blend out nicely. Like, it applied pretty well. You know, it doesn't look bad, but again, it's just not a super, I don't know. Do you like this? I do like this. I'm just kind of wishing that I could build it up more, and it was, I don't know, it's just very subtle. That's really my observation about this blush. But eyeshadows, let's talk about those. So I use this one that looks very burgundy. I guess I can check the name, Midnight Cherry. I use that one like out here on the outer part of my crease. It cooled down quite a lot as I blended it out. Like, when I first put it on, like packed it on, it kind of looked more like this kind of reddish, brickish, burgundy color. But look at it. It's like it blended out and kind of became more like cool and almost gray. I don't hate it. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. And I don't know, I was excited for this like burgundy shade. I know there's a lot of burgundies in Pat's palettes, but like, it just didn't do exactly what I was anticipating. By the way, if my hair is weird at all, if there's any spots that I didn't get even, it's because I just like did this earlier today. I still need my husband to like fix my neck and stuff, but if you see any weirdness going on, it's just because I did this myself. So I'm gonna fix it, I promise. Anyway, the next shade that I ended up using, what was the next shade? Oh, this one here. So this is actually very nice, this shadow. I don't know if I can get the shift on camera. Oh, there, right? I can't really see, but I think that it's showing the shift. This is Amethyst Noir, and it's a really beautiful, like, deep purple shadow. I took it on like the outer half of my lid. and it actually shifts green. Wow, it's really nice. I saw it on my lid, like when I was applying the shadow, like turning a certain way, like I could see that it was shifting to green. It's really, really nice. It's really like sparkly, really nice consistency. I like that shade a lot, honestly. I was more impressed with that one than I was with this one. Then on the inner part, like here, I used this shade here, which is a shimmery pink called Star Garnet. And that one, I have no complaints about that one. It applied beautifully. It applied like a Pat McGrath eyeshadow. You know, like a sort of glittery metallic from Pat McGrath, not a special shade or like a topper or anything transformative like that. Although I will say this purple one, the amethyst one, it's kind of like a special shade. It feels kind of like a special shade when you apply it. That being said, there is some fallout. I kind of got that with both of those shimmers. It's just, you know, I used a brush. I didn't spray the brush or anything. There was a little bit of fallout. I don't think you can see it. I think I pretty much got it, but there was some fallout. Then on my very inner corner there, I used this shade here, which is like a pink. I can't really see in this lighting, but I think it's like a pink to gold duochrome. It's called Coral Nectar. I don't really know if I would call it coral, but you know, it's like a pinky, light pinky, neutral gold shadow. Really, really nice. As you can see, it does have a little more like shine to it. Like these other two shadows, they're sparkly, but this one has like a shine to it, which was really nice for the inner corner. And I even took a little bit and just put it on the center lid as like a center lid highlight, and also kind of bringing those other two shades together. I think that worked really nicely. I think that it turned out really, really good. And so then my lid was done, right? And I was like, I kind of want to just like try a couple more shades, right? Because there's a few more that I have to try. I ended up taking this deep chocolatey brown here, which is called Daring Desire. I threw that down along the lower lash line area, you know, just under the eye, and kind of blended it out just a little bit. It's very pigmented, so I was a little surprised by how intense it was right when I put it on. So I was like, oh gosh. I'm always nervous about overdoing my under eyes, but it went on really beautifully. And, you know, I just kind of took it across, kind of gently blended it with, I used that like flat liner brush. Do I still have it? No, I put it away. I used that flat liner brush from Sigma that I like. And I just, you know, I applied it with that and just softly blended it. It still looked pretty intense though, so I ended up taking this really beautiful gold shade here. What's the name of that one? Midas Mystique. And I actually put that over it. I don't know if you can see, but I used that and I just kind of blended it out with that, and that was actually... What are you looking at?
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
You look very sexy.
Thank you.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye. And I just kind of like blended it out, and that kind of softened it really nicely. Like I don't feel like the under eye is too much. Do you think it's too much? I think it looks good. I will say though, I want to use this palette again and do a look that is, you know, more focused on this Midas color. What is it again? Midas Mystique. Because I've seen people swatch it and it's really gorgeous. I haven't taken any swatches of the palette yet. But yeah, that gold is one of the shades that I was the most excited for from this palette, honestly. So yeah, I didn't end up using the other two mattes, the neutral mattes. What are their names? Amber Aurora and Blooming Sienna. I did not use either of those. So this is Amber Aurora, kind of mustardy, and then Blooming Sienna? Yeah, Blooming Sienna. Also kind of sort of a chocolatey brown. It's just not as deep. And then I also didn't use this neutral shimmer here that's called Smoldering Bronze. It's very nice looking, and I'm sure if I did like an all brown, like smoky eye kind of a thing, it would be beautiful all over the lid, but that's just not what I did today. I like what I did though. So obviously I need to play with this more, and I have to play with its counterpart, sibling, whatever, the other palette that is this size in the collection. Don't remember the name right now, but yeah, I'm gonna play with this more and get my full thoughts on it. But first impressions, it's honestly, it's very nice. It's maybe a little redundant within Pat McGrath's line, but you know, not everyone owns every mothership. I still don't own every mothership. I'm trying to collect them, but I don't own them all. I think that a lot of these shades, especially the mattes and the bronze, they definitely show up in other Pat McGrath palettes, or similar shadows are existing in other Pat McGrath palettes. But I think that they're nice, they're good quality, at least the ones that I've tried. But the shimmers though, like I said, this one is it's almost like a special shade from Pat McGrath, and it's just really beautiful. It's is it worth the palette just to, try to get this one shade? Probably not, especially if you own all the motherships, especially if you own this shade of blush already. But it is really beautiful. And then like this one here, it's great. It's a really nice corally pink sort of a color. Again, not worth it to like buy the palette just for that shade, but this pink shimmer here, it's not that far off from like any Skin Show shade or whatever from Pat. It's a beautiful palette. If you don't own a lot of Pat McGrath stuff, this might be a nice place to start, because you do get to try all these shadows and you get to try the blushes. But if you do have a lot of Pat McGrath stuff, you can probably skip this one. Do I regret buying it? I don't think so. I have to play with it more before I really decide that, but I don't know. Maybe I should have waited and got it at a deeper discount, but my first impression is it's pretty good. Really good quality from Pat McGrath as per usual. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was somewhat useful. And if you were wondering about this palette, I hope that I was able to educate you a little bit. But of course, these are just my opinions, so you can take it with a grain of salt. I do hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you will come back if you are new. I do post every Sunday and every Wednesday. Right now I'm doing my Month of Natasha Denona, so I'm doing like kind of Halloween-y themed videos using my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. If you love Pat McGrath, there's a very strong chance that in the near future I'll be doing a month of Pat McGrath. Not next month. It's not going to be next month, but maybe December. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you will come back, and I will be seeing you guys again soon, because I'm posting a lot of bonus videos and stuff. Hopefully tomorrow, if all goes as planned, another Month of Natasha Denona video will be out tomorrow. So in the meantime, I hope that you have a great day. Peace.